Hello, beautiful souls. And are you feeling discombobulated on this lunar eclipse, full moon in Virgo? We're also in the midst of the Venus retrograde. Mercury retrograde starts tomorrow. Mars is in its third act, the shadow of its retrograde, the final act. And gosh, I know I've been speaking to people, and people are certainly feeling the energies of this really amplified full moon, because this is an eclipse, and eclipses are portals. Eclipses are like wormholes. When we're in an eclipse, we come out the other side changed, completely changed. We are not going to be who we were once we come out the other side. It's like we are stepping into that divine timing of the caterpillar knowing it's time for me to crystallize. It's time for me to liquidize and do whatever it's going to happen. But the caterpillar doesn't know it's going to become a butterfly. And I feel like we're in that similar energy right now. And I know that the energies for March are probably the strongest, most intense, one of the most intense throughout the year of this year, 2025. The energies are going to be intensifying in March, mid-March to the end of March. Is it Neptune goes into Aries for the first time since 1861. There's so much. But I don't want to be fear-mongering here. I wanted to come on here today to really share the beauty of the energies that we are experiencing. Yes, they feel intense and can be discombobulated, but I'm here to support you in how you can really ground and embody this energy so that we are not discombobulated, so that we are stepping into the slipstream of the divine flow, and we are riding the waves, riding these energetic waves, because it leads us to expansion and growth. We are heading to an incredible time of humanity, an expansion of consciousness, and it helps for us to be aware of what's happening energetically. We don't need to know all the details, but knowing that these things are happening around us can really help us to kind of go, oh, okay, just coming back into awareness and coming back to our breath, coming out of our heads. That's what we're doing. We're coming out of our heads and coming into our hearts. If you're feeling I keep saying it, discombobulated energy, if you're feeling disconnected from the body, bring yourself back into the body just by some really deep diaphragmatic breaths, breathing through your heart space. That can really help very quickly to ground the energies and ground ourselves. Coming back into nature, what can you do that's going to support you to feel grounded? Can you go for a walk in the park? Do you have woods nearby? If not, do you have a road where there are trees planted? What can you do to help yourself reconnect with nature? Because this is what I feel like this north node, south node is in Virgo, north node is in Pisces. This dragon's head and tail of the nose, the moon, is kind of we're releasing and letting go the Virgo. That's the past. We're letting go of that, letting go of our past, letting go of that self critical thinking, that critical self-talk, self-judgment, control. You know, the shadow side of Virgo is also liking to control everything. You know, we can't necessarily control what the universe has in plan for us, what our higher self has planned for us. So it's letting go of that control of how it's all going to be exactly how we want it to be from a mental capacity, and releasing that the perfectionism. Perfectionism can really make us stuck, unable to move forward if we keep trying to make things perfect. And then Pisces and the North Node, the collective energy, that where we're moving towards that really yummy, spiritual, creative, imagining, curious, you know, childlike, dreamlike quality that Pisces has. You know, it's got its shadow side too, of course. Addiction, maybe our heads in the clouds, too much, so that we're ungrounded, being discombobulated from the body, right? There's that word again. But if we look at that Venus and Pisces and how they actually work together, Virgo invented the body, and Virgo helps us say, look, hey, I'm here in a body. Hey, Pisces, the void, the last sign of the zodiac, that is brings the formless into form as it goes into Aries, right? Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. But so it's this formlessness, and then we've got the physical body of Virgo saying, let's embody this. Let's embody this creativity. Let's embody all this wisdom and intuition and this bliss into our beautiful physical bodies, because we're here, energetic beings having a human experience. So how can we bring that in and enjoy this expansion that this moment is giving us, is gifting us? So just looking at my notes, is there anything I wanted to share? And it's, this path of transformation. We are on this path of transformation. So, you know, it might be that, again, in our heads, mentally, intellectually, we know where we're going, we know what we want. But actually eclipses can, and especially with this Uranus energy, it's going to be like that, expect the unexpected, fast, sudden change that Uranus brings. This eclipse will be like, things will be shifting. If we are looking for transformation, it will be fast. If we are looking to change careers or move house, whatever it is, you know, move country, whatever we're looking for in our lives, this energy will help make that fast, quick, and also maybe it's not going to be exactly how you thought it would look like. It might not always look like how you want it to be, but again, it's for our highest good. So this energy is beautiful. It is asking us to really surrender to the divine intelligence, and again, going back to that connecting with nature, that Virgo aspect, which allows us to connect to Mother Earth. The physical body allows us to do that. So we can bring in all that yumminess that's coming through Pisces into the earthly experience in the now, in the body. And yeah, I think, you know, we are in for a bit of a wild ride, but that can be fun. That can be really exciting. And it helps to switch off the news and all the, what I want to call the old paradigm stuff, you know, the 3D stuff, third dimensional stuff, which is really holding us in those lower vibrations, those lower energies. fear. It can really be very debilitating. But if we choose, we make that choice to say, okay, I can keep myself informed, but I'm not going to get caught up in it all. I'm going to choose to see the expansion that this is offering, that is being gifted, this expansion within us, this expansion of consciousness. And before the video, I started recording it, I pulled a card, and again, I pulled one from my Dragon's Path because, you know, the North and South Node, the moon, the dragon, head and tail. This is the card I pulled. And actually, it's funny because I think the last time I recorded it, I pulled a card from the Dragon deck, and I don't often use it, but I do love it, by Caroline Mitchell. And it is Illuminare. I mean, it just made me chuckle. It really did, because Illuminare, this is, you know, we're being supported here. Everything's being illuminated. And this is what we're seeing, this sort of this illumination around us. We're seeing the, you know, this full moon in Virgo. Full moon shines a light onto our subconscious. We're seeing, we don't always see this, what's in the unconscious or the subconscious, but we are seeing what patterns, what are the things that don't serve us, that we need to release, that we need to let go of. What are those things? Can we release them? And we've got angelic help here too. That's Archangel Uriel, who also supports us in our healing. This is Virgo also is represents healing. Virgo is also ruled by Chiron, not just Mercury, but Chiron is the great healer. So this is a really beautiful energy of deep healing and transformation. And I wanted to share, there's a little bit within here that I wanted to read about this card. The rest of his message is this: spiritual warriors of Earth, collectively, we can change the world. Although humankind is not ready yet, for us in all our might, you and others like you are preparing the way, anchoring the light into the planet. Are you ready to continue your amazing journey of empowerment? So, I mean, it's beautiful. What else does he say? Do not fear this illumination. Truth is a liberating and powerful ally. Your fears lie with change, but open your heart and welcome it to your core, allowing the light to guide you forward. I mean, it's not just beautiful and so perfect. Only truth has integrity and can stand the test of time. So again, the truth is being illuminated. The truth within us, the truth around us, collectively. And we're invited to go deep within, to look at those parts of ourselves that are being illuminated, that we might not want to see, that we may have been avoiding. But it feels like these energies are not going to let us avoid them anymore. It's time to look and see and to acknowledge. And it's okay to feel. It's okay to feel uncomfortable. It's okay to feel a bit scared, maybe. Change can be scary. And change can be very, very uncomfortable. But hold yourself in compassion, almost like you're holding a baby. Hold yourself in that deep love and compassion as you hold yourself, the baby side of you, aspect of you, and allow yourself to feel those waves of emotions, energy and motion that come through. And just breathe through them, breathing, move through them. My goodness, yes, if you enjoy yoga would be fantastic right now. Dance, just dance, you know. You don't need to be a dancer. Dance in your room, put some music on and let the energy flow, let the music flow, let the divine flow. This is a real time for us to connect with our spiritual practice, if that resonates with you. But it will really support us this year and the next year by having this practice, having a practice that helps us to feel grounded and centered so that we move through each day from that place of, I'm sort of seeing like this, like, do you remember those Weebles, I think they were called? They were like these big balloon things that had like a round bottom, and then you punched them and then it kind of bounced back, come back to you. I think they're called Weebles. But it's like having that really low center of gravity. So it's almost like you get punched and then you're like, woo, and then I'm back up again. So it's kind of like that Weeble energy. Doesn't matter what you throw at me, I'm going to come back up again because I'm so centered and so balanced and so aligned. So yeah, I think that will help us because we are in this North and South Node, North Node in Pisces and South Node in Virgo for the next 18 months. But this is where it starts. This is it. And energies will be amplified and there'll be shifts coming, but embrace it. Enjoy it. Feel the expansiveness. Try not to go into contraction. And if you do, don't shame yourself. No guilt, no shame, no self-criticism. Just allow yourself to feel it. And I'm going to pull one more card today from my Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. This one. What am I going to say? Right, what else? What other guidance? We've had a lovely Luminare dragon showing us that truth. Guidance. And we've got Earthkeeper. Earthkeeper, it's in reverse, so. And before I read it, I'm looking at Earthkeeper, and the immediate thoughts I have is, we've been talking about Virgo, an earth sign. We've been talking about this releasing of this on this full moon, but also bringing in a more earthed, grounded experience into our realities moving forward. Bringing in more nature, more connection with Mother Earth, with Gaia, Pachamama, so that we are connected to her, just like we used to be in ancient times. We've always been connected to her. She's always shared her wisdom with us. We are her babies. And she's asking us to just to remember the connection, our connection. And we are the Earth Keepers. We are here to support Mother Earth, to protect her. Not that she needs protected, because she can protect herself. She doesn't really need us. We need her more than she needs us. But we are here to be her guardian, the guardians of the earth. We make sure we look after her, all the beings on planet Earth, all her babies, because we are all part of the tapestry, the weavings that makes planet Earth. We're all part of that, partaking in that, and everything that we do to each other impacts another. What else is there? And remembering that we are the connected, we are part of this, the oneness of this tapestry of Earth, of the universe. And we are in devotion to Mother Earth. And I'm going to read what it says, because this is in reverse, and I'd love to see what the writers of this, the authors of the Oracle deck, have actually said. Just as you're involved in co-creating your world, you are also responsible for its well-being, right? The Earth Keepers are dedicated to the stewardship of the Earth and all life. They choose to hold the sacred dream of the planet where all beings live in peace and where the rivers and the air are clean. Remember that everything you do has an impact for 7 generations. The medicine, so in reverse is the medicine. As you care for your body, you show your care for Mother Earth. So begin with your stewardship for your health. Oh my God, this is so spot on. I didn't mention earlier as well about the Virgo energy. Virgo is all about the physical body and the health. And health is going to be really important for us for the next 18 months. So this is brilliant. What are you putting into your mouth? Are you feeding on foods and thoughts that are not good for you? Start doing what you know will be good for you today. So not only, we talked about, Virgo's shadow aspects being negative or critical thinking and self-judgment. The thoughts that we put into our bodies, that we choose, going back to that word choice again, we choose what we put into our body in terms of not just the food, but our thoughts. But in terms of food as well, really important, because Virgo is about the body. And also Pisces, if Virgo is about the physical body, I have got this written down here. Because Pisces can represent health issues like addictions. So it's really about paying attention to that and grounding ourselves, what I was saying earlier about grounding and connecting with Earth and making sure that our daily practice, we start our day from a really grounded space. Anything else I wanted to add? I guess the last thing is as we cultivate this energy of expansion, we step into it, coming into that with a childlike way of thinking, really observing as well our thoughts, being really mindful. So this is why I keep saying having a spiritual practice or a mindfulness practice, a meditation practice is really powerful, because we can then be the witness of our thoughts. We can be the witness of what is going around us, because there's going to be a lot of drama. There is a lot of drama, not just in the news, but in day-to-day interactions. We've got Venus retrograde, which is all about relationships, romantic and non-romantic. Mercury retrograde, communications, the mental body, Venus, the emotional body. So if we can step into this with bringing ourselves to a place of awareness, so we are witnessing our actions and behaviors, our thoughts. And if we know we're going to fuck it up sometimes, pardon my French, but we're going to fuck it up, right? We're not ascended masters yet. And it's okay, but it's that practice of non-self-judgment, not criticizing yourself, none of the self-flagellation that's not needed. It's bringing in so much compassion and so much love, like you would do for that small child, and looking out into the world with such awe and reverence, and remembering that this Mother Earth, this planet that we live on, it is incredible and has been such a beautiful mother to us. And it's time for us to support her in a very conscious way. Okay, I think that's it today. Enjoy the energies. I hope you enjoy the ride. If you need any support, please reach out. You can comment below. And yes, we are here together, humanity together, as we change and as we ride this wave together, as we head into the new earth that we are birthing. We're in the process of it. Quite early, but we're still in the process. Bye for now.